Today, we have a truly exceptional teacher who's not only cracked the code to making math not boring, but he's also touched the lives of countless students with his unwavering dedication and his exceptional teaching skills. Mr. Spence is not your ordinary math teacher. With boundless enthusiasm and a knack for simplifying even the most complex equations, he has earned the reputation of being the #1 math teacher. How long have you been teaching at Streetsboro High School?
So this is actually my 16th year at Streetsboro. I've done 18 overall. My first two were at Garfield Heights, and then ever since then I've been here at Streetsboro.
So for all those 18 years, what different classes have you taught?
I mean, I've taught almost everything now in 18 years. I've taught Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Pre-Calculus, FST, Statistics, AP Statistics. I even taught consumer math way long ago, which is kind of like what they do with financial literacy now. So yeah, pretty much everything. The only one thing I haven't actually taught in a class setting has been geometry, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I know how some people can feel about geometry. It's a little rough, but yeah, that's the only one I actually haven't taught.
So I know teachers aren't really supposed to pick favorites, but you've got to let me know which math class has been your favorite to teach out of all of those.
Oh, for sure, it's got to be AP Statistics. Like that's just a cool course because it's so much like real world stuff, real life stuff that you can apply. Because believe me, I've heard many times over the years, when am I ever going to use this kind of thing?
So I'm a part of AP Statistics, and I completely agree with you there. But when I'm in your class, compared to every other math class, wasn't very engaged. But somehow you can keep me captivated into towards a boring subject like math. How do you do that? What do you think sets you aside from other teachers and makes your teaching style unique?
I mean, I think a lot of it is just, I guess, personality a little bit. I mean, those are a lot of intangibles. I mean, you kind of are the person that you are, and I'm just that person in class too. I mean, it's not, it's just, that's who I am. I'm excited about math, so I think if I'm excited about it, it can, make it a little more engaging to students. And I think that's a big part of it too, is just, I'm generally a positive person and things like that, and I definitely try and make that the case in my classroom where, even if somebody's struggling with something or whatever, I say, hey, we can, we'll figure it out together, we can make this happen, and just, being positive about, no matter how somebody's doing, we can always work to get better together.
Right. So what advice for any other math teacher or even any other teacher in the building in general, could stretch to any different subject, just what would be one general thing of advice to help students be more engaged?
I mean, I think some of it comes with just, your personality in the class and stuff like that. And I think a big thing is showing the students that you care about them as people and not just trying to teach them a subject because that's your job. If you show that you care about students and that you truly want to help them and not be, this gatekeeper of well, you got to get past me to pass Algebra 2 or something like that. Hey, we're going to get through this stuff together. I'm going to help you. Now, sometimes you might have to, pull them along a little bit, but if you can kind of motivate them by showing, hey, I can help you, I care about you, we can make this happen together, that I think does a lot for anything, because math is a tough subject.
Right.
It is. No matter if it's Algebra 1, if it's AP Calc, AP Stats, anything like that, it's tough. So from a teenager standpoint, you might be looking up at this giant mountain of saying man, how am I ever going to get through AP Statistics?
Right, so a lot of it involves the student involvement as well. As long as they give their effort, put positive energy towards the subject, you can almost teach anything.
Yeah, I think so. As long as the student's gonna, give some effort. Obviously, there has to be some effort that comes from the students and things like that. Any kind of effort and willingness to try, I think that goes a long way. Making sure that we can get through the course together.
All right, that about wraps it up. That was Mr. Spence from the math department. Awesome. You did great.